Hello everyone, myself Santosh Bodke. This is our fifth lecture on mechanical properties and elastic constant. Today we will learn the strain energy concept. So, definition of strain energy. Strain energy, it is the internal energy which is stored in any material which is loaded within elastic limit. For example, rubber. If we stress rubber band, it stores that energy. After removal of load, it releases its energy. Or other example, spring. When we apply load on spring, the spring store that energy, and after removal of load, the spring releases that energy. Strain energy is also called as work done by loaded material. It is also called as resilience. The other name for strain energy is resilience. The unit for strain energy is Newton meter or Newton mm. For strain energy to be stored, material must deform within elastic limit. For strain energy takes place, material should change its shape, and the change of shape should be within elastic limit. That is, it should not get permanently deformed. The strain energy depend upon applied load. The types of loading, there are three types of load. First one, gradually applied load. In this case, we applied load slowly on a body. In suddenly applied load, the load is applied at a one time. And in impact load, the load falls on a body from some height. Consider this stress strain diagram. The material is loaded within elastic limit. This curve indicates this is in elastic limit. The area below this curve, this much of area, this indicate the energy absorbed by material. And when load is removed, then a material will get its original position after releasing this much of energy. Next concept is resilience. The total strain energy stored in a body is commonly known as resilience, and it is denoted by a small u. Next, proof resilience. The maximum strain energy stored in a body is known as proof resilience. And third concept, modulus of resilience. It is defined as proof resilience of a material per unit volume. Mathematically, we can show this modulus of resilience is equal to proof resilience divided by total volume of a body. Next, formula for strain energy. The derivation for formula for strain energy is not scope of our syllabus. So we will see only formula strain energy U is equal to sigma square divided by 2E multiplied by V, where U is equal to strain energy. Unit for strain energy is Newton mm. Next, stress in material unit Newton per mm square. E is equal to Young's modulus, unit Newton per mm square, and V is a volume of material, unit mm cube. Next concept, proof resilience. Proof resilience means maximum energy that can be stored by the material. Therefore, sigma max means stress at elastic limit. So sigma max square divided by 2E multiplied by volume gives proof resilience. And modulus of resilience. Modulus of resilience means strain energy per unit volume. So mathematically it can be written as total strain energy divided by volume. So put the value of strain energy sigma square divided by 2E multiplied by V divided by this volume. So this V and this V get cancelled. Therefore modulus of resilience is equal to sigma square divided by 2E. Stress in a member for different cases. The stress developed in a body is depend upon type of load. There are three types of loading. First, gradually applied load. Second, suddenly applied load. And third, impact load. In gradually applied load, see this graph. This graph is load deformation diagram. Here we goes on increasing load on object slowly. So as load increases, the deformation increases. So in this case, the stress is equal to load divided by cross sectional area, and unit for stress is Newton per mm square. Second, for suddenly applied load, see this load versus deformation diagram. In this suddenly applied load, we applied load on a body at a once. When the load is suddenly applied to body, the load is constant throughout the process of deformation of a body. So in this case, stress is equal to 2 times P divided by A, and unit is Newton per mm square. Now third type, impact loading. Suppose we have this one specimen, and this specimen is attached to the ceiling. The length of specimen is L. We have attached one collar at the bottom of specimen, and weight P is held at a height of H from this collar. So in this case, the stress can be calculated by using this formula, P divided by A plus under root P divided by A bracket square plus 2 EPH divided by AL. Here this P is this weight or applied load. A is a cross sectional area of this specimen. E is a Young's modulus for that material. H is a height of this weight above this collar. A is again cross sectional area of this specimen, and L is a length of specimen. So we will solve this problem number 1. A tensile load of 60 kilonewton is gradually applied to a circular bar of 4 cm diameter and 5 cm long. If a value of Young's modulus E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square, determine stretch in rod म्हणजे del L, stress in a rod, and strain energy absorbed by the rod. So first of all, we will find out given data. The type of loading is gradually applied load. Load applied is 60 kilonewton. Convert it into Newton. Diameter of bar is 4 centimeter, which is equal to 40 mm. Then cross sectional area of bar. For round section, formula is pi by 4 d square. So put values, pi by 4 into diameter 40 square, which is equal to cross sectional area is equal to 400 pi, and unit is mm square. Length of bar is 5 meter. Convert it to mm, 5000 mm. Young's modulus is 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And in this problem we have to find out stretch in rod means del L, stress in rod means sigma, and strain energy absorbed by rod is U. First of all, we will calculate volume of bar. We know the formula, volume is equal to cross sectional area multiplied by length. Then put values of area and length. 400 pi multiplied by 500 length, it gives volume is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 6 pi, and unit is cube. Now in this problem, type of load is gradually applied load. We know the formula for stress in gradually applied load, P divided by A. So put the values, 6000 divided by area this cross sectional area 400 pi, so it gives 47.746 Newton per square. This is a stress and this is our first answer. We know the formula for linear strain. It is a change in length divided by original length. So for finding out this change in length, multiply this term by small l. So equation become del L is equal to, this L goes here, E multiplied by L. We know the formula of Young's modulus, E is equal to stress divided by linear strain. So it can be written as E is equal to stress divided by E. So replace this value of E by stress divided by Young's modulus. Therefore equation become sigma divided by E multiplied by length. Put the values of the stress, Young's modulus and length. So after solving this equation, del L is equal to 1.19 mm. This is a extension in rod. Next, we know the formula for strain energy. Small u is equal to sigma square divided by 2e multiplied by v. Put all these value in this equation. Sigma is 47.4746 square. This 2 and value of Young's modulus 2 into 10 raised to 5 multiplied by volume. Here we have calculated volume 2 into 10 raised to 6 pi. So after solving this equation, we get strain energy U is equal to 35813 Newton mm. This is our third answer. Next problem number 2. Tensile load 60 kN is applied suddenly to a circular bar of 4 cm diameter and 5 cm long. If the value of E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square, determine maximum instantaneous stress, second instantaneous elongation in a rod, and third strain energy absorbed in a rod. So in this problem, the type of loading is suddenly applied load. So it is very important, suddenly applied load. So first of all, we will find out given data. Type of load is suddenly applied load. Load is given, P is equal to 60 kilonewton, which is equal to 60,000 Newton. Diameter of bar, the diameter of circular bar small d is equal to 4 centimeter. Convert it to mm, which is equal to 40 mm. Cross sectional area of bar, the formula of area for circle is pi by 4 d square. So put the values, pi by 4, value of d 40, so 40 square, which is equal to 400 pi. This is the cross sectional area of bar. Next, length of bar is 5 meter, which is equal to 5000 mm. Young's modulus is given, capital E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And we have to find out maximum instantaneous stress, means sigma, instantaneous elongation in rod, means del L, and strain energy, means U. So first of all, we will find out volume of bar. Volume of bar is equal to cross-sectional area multiplied by length of bar. Cross-sectional area is 400 pi. We have calculated it here, multiplied by length of bar, this 5000. So it gives volume is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 6 pi. Now here type of load is suddenly applied load. We know the formula for sudden stress, formula for suddenly applied load, sigma is equal to 2 times P divided by A. So put the values of load and area. 2 multiplied by 60,000 divided by 400 pi, it gives 95.493 Newton per mm square. So this is our first answer. We know the formula for linear strain, change in length divided by original length. So it can be written as del L is equal to linear strain multiplied by length. This E can be written as sigma divided by E multiplied by this L. So put all the values of sigma, E and L. So after solving this equation, we get del L is equal to 2.38. This is our second answer. And for strain energy U, the formula for strain energy U is equal to sigma square divided by 2E multiplied by V. Put all the values. 95.493 square is sigma multiplied by this 2, and Young's model value of Young's model is 2 into 10 raised to 5 multiplied by volume. This volume calculated here, this. So after solving this equation, we get U is equal to 143.238 Newton mm. So this is our final answer. Now problem number 3. Calculate instantaneous stress produced in a bar 10 cm square in area and 3 meter long by a sudden application of tensile load of unknown magnitude. It is extension of bar due to the suddenly applied load is 1.5 mm. Also determine suddenly applied load. Take E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. So here type of load is suddenly applied load. So we will find out given data. Cross sectional area of bar is already given 10 centimeter square. Convert it into mm. So it gives 1000 mm square. Length of bar is 3 meter. So convert it into mm, 3000 mm. Change in length due to the application of force is given, which is equal to 1.5 mm, which is del L is equal to 1.5, and value of Young's modulus E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5. In this problem, we have to find out the magnitude of unknown force, means this P, and the stress developed due to that force. So in solution, we know the formula for linear strain, change in length divided by original length. This linear strain can be written as sigma divided by E. So equation becomes sigma divided by E is equal to del L divided by L. Therefore sigma is equal to E multiplied by del L divided by L. Put all the values in equation. Value of Young's modulus 2 into 10 raised to 5 multiplied by change in length 1.5 divided by original length. This is a 3000. Therefore, stress sigma is equal to 100 Newton per mm square. Now we know that for suddenly applied load, stress formula, stress is equal to 2 into P divided by A. So put all the values in this equation. P is equal to this 100, this value of stress, cross-sectional area already given, this 1000 mm square divided by 2, it gives 50,000 Newton, which is equal to 50 kilonewton. This is our second answer. Problem number 4. A steel rod is 2 meter long and 50 mm in diameter. An axial pull of 100 kilonewton is suddenly applied to the rod. Calculate instantaneous stress induces and also instantaneous elongation produced in a rod. Take E is equal to 200 giganewton per meter square. So first of all, we will find out given data. Length of bar is equal to 2 meter, which is equal to 2000 mm. Diameter of bar is 50 mm, so small d is equal to 50 mm. Young's modulus E is equal to 200 giganewton per meter square. Giga means 10 to the 10 raised to 9. So this become 200 multiplied by 10 raised to 9, this for giga. And for converting meter square into mm square, here should be square, mm square, we have to multiply this by 10 raised to 6. So this 10 raised to 6 and here 10 raised to 9, remaining it remain 10 raised to 3. So final E is equal to 200 into 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. It is very important, all the quantities should be in same unit. Next, P is equal to 100 kilonewton, which is equal to 100 into 10 raised to 3 Newton. In this problem, the instantaneous elongation and instantaneous stress, these two are unknown, means sigma and del L, these two are unknown. First of all, we will find out the cross sectional area for this 50 mm diameter. So area of formula for area of circle pi by 4 d square, put value of d 50 mm, so this equation become pi by 4 into 50 square. So we will get A is equal to 625 pi mm square. This is a cross sectional area of bar. Next, for suddenly applied load, the formula for stress 2 times P divided by A. So put the value of P and cross sectional area, 2 multiplied by 100 into 10 raised to 3, this is a load, and cross sectional area from here. So final sigma is equal to 101.36 Newton per mm square. This is our first answer. Now we know the formula for linear strain, change in length divided by original length. So del L is equal to E multiplied by L. So this del L can be written as E multiplied by L. E can be written as sigma divided by E multiplied by L. So put all the value of in this equation, value of sigma 101.36, Young's modulus 200 into 10 raised to 3, and this length 2000. So this final answer is del L is equal to 1.0186 mm. This is our final answer. Now we will see this last problem, problem number 5. A uniform metal bar has a cross sectional area of 700 mm square and length of 1.5 meter. If the stress at elastic limit is 160 Newton per mm square, what will be its proof resilience? Also determine the maximum value of an applied load which may be suddenly applied without exceeding the elastic limit. Calculate the value of gradually applied load which will produce the same extension as produced by sudden applied load. Take E is equal to 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. In this problem, there are two types of loading condition. First one is suddenly applied load and second one is a gradually applied load. In this problem, load is unknown. So first of all, we will find out all given data. Cross sectional area of bar is 700 mm square. Length of bar is 1.5 meter, which is equal to 1500 mm. Sigma max, because it is a stress at elastic limit, therefore sigma max is equal to 160 Newton per mm square. Young's modulus 2 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square. And we have to find out this proof resilience. PS, let PS is equal to suddenly applied load and PG is gradually applied load. We know the formula for proof resilience: sigma max square divided by 2E multiplied by volume. So put all the values. 160 square divided by 2 multiplied by 2 into 10 raised to 5, this is the value of E, multiplied by volume. Formula for volume: cross sectional area multiplied by length. So 700 multiplied by length 1500. So this equation become proof resilience is equal to 67200 Newton mm. So this is our first answer. Next, for suddenly applied load, we know the formula for suddenly applied load: sigma is equal to 2 times P divided by A. So using this formula, put all the known value in this equation. Sigma max is equal to 160, is 2, cross sectional area 700, and this P is unknown. So in this equation we will get P is equal to 56000 Newton, or P is equal to load is equal to 56 kilonewton. For suddenly applied load, the metal can carry or specimen can carry 56 kilonewton. Now for gradually applied load, we know the formula for gradually applied load: sigma is equal to P divided by A. So put all the values in this equation. Sigma is equal to 160, P is unknown, cross sectional area 700. So P is equal to 160 multiplied by 700. So we will get P is equal to 11200 Newton, or which is equal to P is equal to 112 kilo Newton. This is for gradually applied load. So this is our final answer. Here this chapter is over. Thank you.